In the shot, right here I have, on the other side of this wire, I have my rabbit cage. I put it up with, there are two 2x6s about a foot and a half in the ground, and they're about 3 feet out of the ground, and then there's a 2x3 on top of it. Yeah, I'll go show you, because I want you to actually be able to see this. Trying to be steady. I'm getting the dodgy camera work. Alright. So, what I did with this is I took my rabbit cage, obviously, and I had to repair it with some wire because I can't find my J-clips, but I just wrapped wire around it and it actually works really well. As you can see, here's a 2x6. Get that? There's a 2x6 right there, and then a 2x3 sitting on end at top. I wanted it so it's the skinniest part so that the fecal matter wouldn't get collected down there quite as much. Here's just a water bottle to test how it would work. I got these on eBay, I think 20 bucks for 4 of them, so I thought that was pretty good. And then here's the door. I don't have any latches or anything, but I'll put that on. I went to Tractor Supply yesterday and I picked up a 10-foot by 12-foot tarp for I think $12, $11.99 plus tax, depending on what state you're in. I mean, some of you don't have taxes. Yeah, everybody has taxes. Some of you don't have tax on items, which, I mean, you know, they need tax, of course. Depends on what they do with it, but, you know, I won't get into that too much, because all I'll have is disagreements. But what I have is the cages, obviously. I actually want to hang the water bottles on the outside, at least when I'm away, because my mom, hopefully she'll be kind enough to come and just open up my chickens. I have a 5-gallon water, so they never used to need water for about 4 or 5 days. Of course, the ducks came in this pen, and they need water all the time now. This thing only lasts about 2 days now, compared to 5 days. Chickens are 14 weeks old tomorrow, or Friday, I don't know what day it is. It's summertime, I don't have to keep track of the days these days. And then, of course, there's the tarp. I'm pretty happy with the setup. 8-foot by 3-foot cage. Each pen is, I think it's 2-foot by 3-foot. Yeah, it's a rough estimate. And, yeah, I'm real happy with it. The end cage doesn't have a door, so I'll just throw something on there. But what I really would like to do is buy a bred New Zealand doe. I found this guy in a certain town that's relatively close to me, probably about 15 miles away, maybe 10 or 15, and it's really, really hard to find breeder rabbits. I mean, meat rabbits, because nobody has them up in Maine, apparently, except for in the northern parts, and all the northern parts are 2, 3, 4 hours away from me, so it's not really worth it to go get them. But I found one, and he's about 20 minutes away, I think, 15, 20, maybe even 12. But I'd like to get, he's charging $25 for breeding age rabbits, and I'm hoping that he will breed one for me, and I can buy it for $30, $35, and just to see how I like them. And then what I'll do is I'll save all of the females from that litter. Hopefully it works out. That would stink if she ended up not being pregnant. But from that litter, and then butcher all the males, so I'll have some good rabbit meat. And then I'll just raise those females throughout the winter. And then in the spring, what I'll do is I'll get a colored buck, and I'll just raise them for meat and selling. I don't know what kind of buck I'll get. It'll probably be a silver fox, because I know somebody who has those. So I'll probably get a silver fox buck to breed with these does, so that they're more attractive, so that I can sell them as pet bunnies. And, you know, 15, 20 bucks a bunny, that's pretty much worth it. Unfortunately, I've noticed that the Mrs. Wolfie, her channel's great. You should go check it out. She lives up in Canada, and she lives in the backwoods part, so she can't really sell the animals that she has. But there's a benefit to that, which it's basically you just raise all of your own animals for yourself. There's no pressure of having to have all these purebred chickens or anything. Oh yeah, also what I'm going to be doing is I have a dark Cornish rooster that's up to my grandmother's, and he is going to be coming here, and I need to find a white rock rooster so that these are White Rock hens, and my friend told me that the dark Cornish also carry the gene that makes super fast growing meat birds. It just takes I think it takes 11 weeks for them to get to the weight that it takes the Cornish cross in 8 weeks. But you know that's because they just breed them inside, hybridized. I mean, I don't mind hybrids. Hybrids are fine. I don't mind selective breeding because that's all they do with it. GMOs I don't exactly agree with. But here's the chickens. I took apart the greenhouse. That's why I have the rabbit cage in here, because it was just a failure. What I'm going to be doing, though, is taking the 8 foot by 8 foot wall, and I'm going to be putting it on that side like a lean-to and closing it in, so I have a nice 16 by 8 foot area for the chickens. And I'm also going to be getting a goat. Can people tell me, do you really, really, really need more than one goat? I had one goat for a while, and then he was getting into trouble. I mean, that's what a goat does. He was getting out every so often and coming up to my steps. Or actually, no, he wasn't coming up to my steps. He was I don't know what kind of goat he was. He wasn't a Nubian. He could have been a Nubian Boer cross, because that's how he looked. But he was alone for a little while, like 2-3 months. And my dad brought home a Nigerian dwarf wether, and they were both wethers, and they ended up getting into more trouble. So, I mean, do I really, really need 2 goats? Can I just have one? I mean, it'll only be throughout the winter. It'll obviously kid in the spring, because there's a La Mancha doe in, I can't remember where, but it's just a little while away from me. It's like not even a half hour, I think. And she's for $75, and she's been exposed to a buck, so she's possibly bred. Personally, I think that's a freaking deal. But I don't know. If I have to have more than one goat, I might not be getting one for a couple of years. But that's basically it for right now. Here's a long update for the. Alright, no, it's the start. It's the start because it's the self-sufficient teen, and that's me. So I hope that you will rate this video. I hope that you will like it. I hope that you will subscribe to my channel, and please comment on anything that you have, especially about the goat thing. I mean, because it'd be easy enough to get one goat, $150, $200, but to have to buy a wether for like $75, $100, because nobody wants to give their birds away. I mean, their goats away. So I mean, they fed them and everything. But yeah, the area that I'm going to be fencing in is that side over there, and it's going to go around the chicken coop. And then that field over there that's all nice and lush and green. And then it's going to be coming back down towards my old garden over here, which you can't see it right now because of the glare from the sun. But it's really good grass. And I'm hoping that I'm going to let that goat out into that area for a month or so. And then after that, I'll probably be keeping it in a smaller area. Either I'll build a goat tractor for it and then move it around collectively to force it to forage in certain spots so that it doesn't just go around picking its favorite meals and such. But anyways, I need to end this video because it's going to be 15 minutes long, I know it. So, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, especially my old ones from Ed Videos 13. Thank you. Goodbye.